Most people think resistance to instructions is arrogance or stubbornness, but psychology shows something different. It often signals a deeper need for control, autonomy, and identity protection. Here are 5 psychological patterns behind people who hate being told what to do and why this behavior reveals more than it appears. 1. Reactance reflex. They instinctively resist even reasonable instructions. Psychology calls this psychological reactance. This occurs when the brain perceives a threat to personal freedom and pushes back to restore it. The stronger the command, the stronger the resistance becomes. Without awareness, this reflex can override logic and damage relationships. 2. Autonomy as identity. They define themselves by independence and self-direction. Psychology links this to self-determination theory. Autonomy is not just a preference, but a core psychological need tied to identity. When others impose control, it feels like a violation of self rather than a simple request. Without this trait, individuals may feel passive or overly dependent. 3. Sensitivity to authority. They react negatively to hierarchical or controlling tones. Psychology shows this connects to authority bias and past conditioning. Early experiences with strict or unfair authority can shape how the brain interprets commands later in life. Even neutral instructions may be perceived as domination. This creates tension even in cooperative environments. 4. High internal locus of control. They believe outcomes should come from their own decisions. Psychology calls this an internal locus of control. These individuals trust their judgment over external direction. Being told what to do conflicts with their belief that they should steer their own path. Without balance, this can lead to isolation or refusal of useful guidance. 5. Cognitive independence. They prefer thinking through decisions rather than following instructions. Psychology links this to metacognition and cognitive autonomy. They analyze, question, and reinterpret information before acting. This slows compliance, but strengthens personal conviction. Without this trait, people may follow directions blindly without understanding. Psychology makes one thing clear. Resistance to being told what to do is rarely about defiance alone. It is often rooted in the need for autonomy, identity protection, and control over one's decisions. Reactance reflex, autonomy as identity, sensitivity to authority, internal locus of control, and cognitive independence all shape this behavior. What looks like stubbornness is often a complex psychological defense of freedom. Do you recognize which of these patterns silently shapes how you respond when someone tells you what to do?